Okay, so managed to get all my holes made. I think it looks alright actually. I think obviously sitting here looking at it close up, I can't get any further away, there's a workbench in the way. But I think sitting here looking at it close up, it looks kind of weird. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I think that's going to look cool when it's on the car. Once it's green and not primary coloured, it's going to look, I think it's going to look quite smart. If nothing else, it'll look different. And if I really don't like it, I can change it. Okay, so we're getting organised here to start thinking about putting the body back on the chassis. And one of the things I want to do when I'm doing that is put the engine in so that the chassis is weighted properly, so it's flexed properly, all the rest. I don't want to go fix a bunch of door gaps and weld floors in only for it to crumple in a heap when an engine's loaded in. So I got this engine used from a guy here in town for $400. It came out 60, I don't know, came out of 3A anyway. So I'm just bolting up my gearbox to it. Absolutely no idea of the quality of that gearbox, but I have one, a good one, coming out the 4A. It's getting a 5-speed conversion, so the good one out the 4A will go in there. That'll get me the uprated clutch and things like that. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the engine, even if it's $400, even if it's just for a few parts, it's well worth it. I'm assured everything is good, so if the cylinder head is good, it's well worth $400. It turns over by hand, obviously. It's not connected to anything, as you can see. There's not too much left of the distributor on there. The old one sitting over there was just, yeah. What I think I'm going to do now is I'm probably going to get this new one in the car, get it running, driving, hopefully, not wood. And then I'm going to have a look at that, maybe tinker around. In an ideal world, build it with an all steel bottom end and supercharge the thing. But, you know, in reality, probably not. But yeah, more updates later. As I say, I've got this thing on the crane. Just bolting the gearbox up to it. I probably won't have time today to actually drop onto the chassis. I'll have to clear a path anyway. So that, mind you, it's on a little dolly, so I could wheel it around. Either way, I probably won't get it on there today. But certainly the next few days it'll be in there, and then the body shell will just lift nicely on. Alright, so I guess I might actually been lying about the not today thing. We have an engine in position with a gearbox bolted to it. We have a chassis up in the air so the crane can get under it, hopefully. Yeah, I've got a funny feeling I know what's about to happen. Alright, so we're getting there, definitely missing something in the gearbox. The holes are all wrong. I'm not quite sure what I'm missing. I'll have to have a rake around. I'll consult with the manual. There's obviously some little bracket or something in there that I don't have. I thought those holes just lined up with the plate, but obviously not. We're close. It's sitting. I don't know if it'll come out on the camera or not. The easy engine mount is on over on the passenger side, and the pain in the ass one is there. I don't know if you can see the hole, but it just needs to walk in maybe half an inch or something. We'll get it. I'm going to stop, have some lunch, and come back to it, and then get the thing in. Okay lads, we did it. The engine is in. The gearbox is in. Yeah, all in all, not too dramatic. One of those things. If you've got the right equipment, like a shop pick, it's pretty easy. So it's in, which is nice. Obviously no carbs, no manifolds, none of that stuff on it. Yeah, it's in. You can see the new brake lines down there, they're all in, all bent and fitted. I've got one stainless steel hose there, the other one is not on just because. So yeah, that's phase one. The next phase is going to be to lift said body shell on and then start the body work. Unfortunately, of course, the engine will have to come back out at some point in time. And this is that engine I picked up used from a guy in town. Yeah, I figured it was easier just to do that rather than try and rebuild that other one. Yeah, I think I mentioned something about the gearbox mounting. Obviously, it's not there. Yeah, I need to pick one of them up before things are finalised, but I think that should work. I probably won't put the tunnel in when I put the body on. Oh, and if I do, it doesn't really matter. A little bit of wood under there will work. So yeah, all in all, pretty happy. Managed to scratch up the chassis a little bit in a few odds and ends, a few spots. So I'll need to get the old PR15 out and give that a bit of a touch up here and there, but you know, such is life. But generally, quite happy. The body's there. I've done a few bits and pieces. I've scraped some paint off the bonnet over there. You can see my line of holes that I drilled, punched or whatever. Looking quite good. It's growing on me. Everything's stripped out of there now. Most of it's sitting on that front shroud, valance, whatever it's called. I thought I'd steal Chef Tush's idea. So I went and got myself some eye bolts, which I've put through a hinge hole at the moment. They're not cranked down or anything else. And I was thinking I would either use the holes for the fuel tank straps in the back, or maybe drill myself a couple of holes in there somewhere as lifting points. I'm not too sure. I'm going to figure that out this week, and then hopefully by this time next week the body will be back on the chassis with a bit of luck. And then the body work can begin in earnest. Yeah, so one of the things I'm going to have to fathom, which shouldn't be too bad, is paint. There's a paint shop just a few miles from my house, so that's going to work. I'll probably do like a coat of etch primer and then some high build. And then I was just wondering what people are painting on cars these days. In Scotland we traditionally paint cellulose paint, but I guess the names are all different here. So I was looking at acrylic enamel and acrylic lacquer because I want to paint it myself, and I don't want to have to go buy a breathing apparatus. Just a regular mask would work nicely. So that's what I'm thinking about. I'd probably clear coat it, base coat, clear coat on one of these acrylic paints. Any suggestions would be great, and any ideas, much appreciated. But that's it for just now. I ain't touching anything else because I'll just make it worse.